Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am so excited to show you and swatch new pieces from Chanel's Les Beiges collection. I actually reviewed other pieces from the Les Beiges collection. I think I posted that video about a week or two ago, so you may just want to look back on my channel and try to find that video. But I am in love with Chanel. I love collecting their beauty products, so if you're into that, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. So these are the new pieces that I've added to my growing Chanel Les Beiges collection. So these are the products that we are going to review and try on today. I have the Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid, and this one is called Sunkissed. It's a beautiful beige gold bronzy color. Oh my god, I'm just like throwing words in there, but it's not super gold. It's not like a deep gold. It's almost just bronzy, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you a swatch of it later. I'm also going to review this Tender eyeshadow palette. It has a lot of pinks and purples, and this beautiful face palette. It is in medium coral, and it has a highlighter, blush, and bronzer. To complete this look, I've also used other pieces from the Les Beiges collection. For my foundation, I am using their Healthy Glow foundation. My shade is BD31. I'm also using one of their tinted lip balms. And because this is a Chanel video, I decided I'll just go ahead and do a full face of Chanel makeup. So I am also using pieces from 2 of Chanel's holiday gift sets. To complete my eye look, I'm using pieces from the All Eyes On holiday gift set, which includes a lash primer, the Les Volume mascara, which is my favorite Chanel mascara ever, and a waterproof eyeliner. And for my lips, I have the Maximum Brilliance Lip Gloss Trio gift set, which has 3 beautiful lip glosses from Chanel. By the way, I've also reviewed 4 Chanel holiday gift sets. It's somewhere in my videos. I'm going to go ahead and try to link it. YouTube is crazy. It won't allow me to post any links, but if I can, I will link it in my description box. So let's not waste time. Let's get to it. I want to show you the swatches first. I have the Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid. So that's how it looks. As you can see, it's not totally gold. It's really more like a bronzy color. So I like to mix this with my Les Beiges foundation just to give me a little bit of glow. Don't worry, it's not going to change the color of your foundation. At least it didn't change mine. It's also not sticky. I was expecting this to feel sticky, and thank God it does not. I was really hoping that this wasn't going to affect the shade of my foundation. Thankfully, it worked out okay. Next, I have the face palette. This is in medium coral. So let me just swatch this for you. Let me start with the highlighter. This is actually very light. It's kind of sheer. Yeah, it's quite sheer. My SA actually said you can kind of use this as an overall face powder, and I can see why. I mean, it still has shimmer, don't get me wrong. This is not matte by any means, and there is a little bit of glitter there, but it's not as overpowering as other highlighters. Okay, next I am going to swatch the bronzer. Woohoo. Okay, that one is pretty pigmented. And finally, I am going to swatch this beautiful coral blush for you. So these are their swatches. You have the highlighting fluid right here, the highlighter, the bronzer, and the blush. Okay, now let's go to the eyeshadow. So I already have 2 eyeshadow palettes from the Les Beiges collection. This one is more cool toned, and I'm really excited to use this even though I don't really use cool toned colors just because they don't really match my skin tone. But, you know, I was swatching this at the store and I got really excited because one of the eyeshadows is this beautiful pink shimmery shade, and I just fell in love with it. It looked like a fairy tale when I swatched it on my hand. It's a bit different when you put it on your lids. So I'm going to start with this top shade right here. This one is kind of chalky. Yeah, it's kind of powdery and chalky. It also doesn't give you a lot of color, like it's almost blending into my skin. Okay, then we're gonna go with this color right here. That one actually looks kind of chalky too. And then we're gonna go with this dark brown shade. Okay, that one is pretty pigmented. This one had a lot of kickback. Then we're gonna go with this light pink shade. And finally, we are going to test this shimmery pink shade. So these are the eyeshadow swatches of the Tender palette. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed with this eyeshadow palette. They swatch better on my hand than on my actual eyelids, and working with some of the shades is actually kind of hard. As you can see, some of them are just chalky and way too powdery, and there was a lot of kickback when I was trying to apply them on my eyes. It's not a total disappointment, but is this something that I'm going to repurchase for $72? No. So this is my bare face. Today we are going to put on the Beige foundation as well as the highlighting fluid. So I'm going to mix one small pump of the highlighting fluid with one pump of the Beige foundation. I'm going to mix this together, and as you will see shortly, it's not going to affect the shade at all. That was one of my concerns when I got the Sunkissed highlighting fluid. I thought that because it was bronzy, that it was somehow going to, make the foundation shade darker, and that's not the case. This foundation blends really well, and I do believe that mixing it with the highlighting fluid makes the application smoother. It also makes it look more luminous. This is how it looks after I've blended out my foundation. As you can see, it still looks very natural, but it did give me pretty good coverage. These are the two palettes that I'm going to use today. I have the eyeshadow palette in Tender and this large face palette in medium coral. It has the highlighter, bronzer, and blush. This is a close-up of the eyeshadow palette. As you can see, it's cool toned, it has a lot of pinks, and I'm so excited to use it. So we are going to start with this top shade, and this is quite disappointing. As you can see, it doesn't appear on my lids. I guess maybe because this palette just wasn't made for my skin tone. I feel like it just disappears into my skin. I had to keep going back to the pan just to even get a hint of color on my eyelids. So it's really disappointing. Now we're moving on to this shade, and it's really not any better. I had to keep reapplying just to get something out of this. Now, I will say that this shade is a bit better than the first one, but I mean, that's not even a compliment at this point. Okay, so now we're going to go into this darker shade, and this one is slightly better. It did give me a pop of color. I didn't have to try too hard just to get something out of this, so I'm pretty happy with this shade. Now, this one has a satin finish. However, it's really not that great. The color payoff isn't amazing, and I have to say it was kind of chalky. There was also a lot of fallout. The sad part is I was so excited to get this palette. It was out of stock when I went to our local Chanel counter, and my SA, had to dig one out for me, and it took her a few days to even find like an extra piece. So now that I have it and now that I've used it, I just feel like it's a disappointment. What isn't a disappointment is this beautiful Chanel holiday gift set. Now, this is my absolute favorite. This has the mascara, the lash primer, and the waterproof eyeliner. While I'm waiting for the lash primer to dry, I'm just going to add a little bit of lip balm. This will help prep my lips. This is also from Chanel. I believe this is from their Hydra Beauty skincare line. By the way, I love that skincare line. I'm going to do a review soon. This is the waterproof eyeliner that comes in the All Eyes On Chanel Holiday gift set. I like it. It's pigmented, it's easy to work with, it doesn't budge easily. So, this is something that I'll definitely repurchase once I'm done with it. So, what I probably should have done was apply the eyeliner before I applied the lash primer because the lash primer was kind of getting in the way, but whatever. It'll all come together. Now it's time to apply the Le Volume de Chanel mascara. This is my favorite mascara on the planet. This gives you volume, length, it opens up your eyes. I mean, if you're looking for the false eyelashes look, this mascara will give you that, even without the lash primer. But the two together, they're really amazing. Now we're going to start using the face palette. I'm actually going to use the highlighter as an overall face powder. This does have shimmer in it, but it's very subtle. It's almost sheer, so it's not like you're going to look like a disco ball if you apply this on your forehead, your cheeks, or your chin. It's a pretty good face powder. It gives you a subtle glow. Now we're going to apply the blush. Okay, this got me a little disappointed because it didn't really show up on my skin immediately. It's like I had to try a few times just to get the color to come out, and I just couldn't understand it because when I swatched this at the store, I mean, it looked like that coral was popping, and yet now that I'm applying it on my cheeks, it's like, okay, it's another disappointment. Now, the face palette does come in different shades, so maybe it's possible that the medium coral just isn't working for me, but maybe the rose gold will. There are deeper shades than the one that I got. But now that it's on my cheeks, I will say that I like it. It's not too overpowering. It just gives you a natural flushed look. Now we're going in with the bronzer. This does give pretty good pigment. In fact, I think I put too much, so I had to blend this out. I will say about the Le Beige line, I believe that that line is meant to give a natural finish to your makeup. So I really shouldn't be expecting like vivid, eye-popping colors. Even though it was a bit of a struggle, I will say that I like how the eyeshadows and the face palette came together. It does give you a very natural sun-kissed look. So now we're going to add some tinted lip balm. This is also from the Le Beige line, and I believe this is called Intense. Okay, this isn't really intense, but for a tinted lip balm, it does give pretty good color. I do love this lip balm. It's hydrating. It gives the right amount of color. I don't think it matches my look. It's a little bit too red for that. So what I'm going to do is apply like maybe another lip gloss on top of this. I just kind of want to sheer out the redness. And for that, we're going to use another gift set. So I think my lip balm is a bit too red. It just doesn't match my eyeshadow and my blush. So I'm going to try to put some pink lip gloss on top of it just to see if it'll look better. And the lip gloss is from the Chanel holiday gift set. It's called Maximum Brilliance. It's the lip gloss trio, and I did review this I think about 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know exactly when I'm going to post this video, but I did review this. So if you want to see my holiday gift set reviews, go check it out. So it's somewhere in my channel. I think the one that I'm going to try is called Icing, and it's a pale pink lip gloss. So it is this one. We'll see if it works. Actually, now that the red has kind of faded a bit, I'm thinking it's starting to look better. But, whatever. So this is a very sheer, transparent pale pink. It's really colorless. There's like a hint of pink, but that's about it. So this is our final look using Chanel's Le Beige eyeshadow and face palette. Of course, I also used other Le Beige products, but what I really wanted to show off today was this beautiful face palette and this eyeshadow quint. Because it's not a quad, there's like 5 eyeshadows here. So yeah, I'm not disappointed. I think that the eyeshadow is okay. I don't know if it's worth paying $72 because it's kind of chalky. It looks better swatched on my hand than on my eyelids. But I mean, somehow it came together, so I'm not really mad at it. The face palette, I do love it. I don't know if I will necessarily pay $95 for it. You do get a lot of product. You get your highlighter, your blush, your contour slash bronzer. But I mean, is this really worth $95? So let me know what you guys think. Are you going to purchase anything from Chanel's Le Beige collection? Hope you enjoyed this video.